Welcome to the Explainer. So today, we're diving into something you probably look at dozens of times a day, honestly, without ever giving it a second thought. But we're going to flip the script a bit and uncover some hidden mathematical patterns hiding right there in plain sight on your everyday devices. Right off the bat, think about this. Have you ever just stared at a digital clock and noticed that the numbers seem to form a kind of hidden visual pattern? Most of us just glance at the time and rush off to our next meeting. But if you look closely, some specific times on that display look exactly the same whether you read them forwards or backwards. It's just this beautifully simple mathematical symmetry. Okay, part one. What is a palindrome? The forward and backward rule. Let's get our decoder key ready. Basically, a palindrome is simply something that reads exactly the same forwards and backwards. It's this concept of perfect symmetry. It literally doesn't change its identity whether you're coming or going. For example, take the word level. If you read it left to right, Level, right? Now start at the right and read it backwards. It's still Level. It mirrors itself perfectly. And the exact same thing happens with a word like madam. There are these perfectly symmetrical visual structures. Well, the exact same rule applies to math. Take the number 1221. Forward, it's a 1, a 2, a 2, and a 1. Backward, exactly the same. Structurally identical from both directions. And really, this bridge from letters over to numbers sets up exactly how we're going to crack the code on our daily schedules. Moving on to part two, the palindrome time rule, deconstructing the clock. Let's see how this actually works on a digital face. So this breaks down into a really simple three-step visual deconstruction. Step one, you take the digits on your clock, let's say 10:01. Step two, and listen, this is the absolute secret to making this whole thing work. You have to visually drop the colon out of the equation. Just pretend it's not there. So 10:01 becomes this solid number block, 10:01. And finally, step three, reverse it. 10:01 reversed is, yep, still 10:01. Boom, you've got a verified palindrome time. All right, section 3, examples of palindrome times. Proving the symmetry. Let's look at a few more of these in action. This totally illustrates the logic across the board. If we start with the time 2:20 and apply our rule, we just yank out that colon and we get 0220. Reverse it, you still have 0220. Same goes for 0330. Drop the colon, reverse it, it's a perfect match. And of course, the highly recognizable 1111. Without the colon, it's just 4 ones. Reversed, still 4 ones. Beautiful, right? And the real beauty of this is that these fascinating little moments, they happen every single day. Just look at these other examples. 0110, 0440, 0550, 1221. And hey, if you're using a 24-hour clock, you get even more of these amazing patterns, like 2002, 2222, and 2332. Every single one of these follows our rule to a T. Okay, section 4, the quick palindrome challenge. Time to test your observation skills. Let's actively put this to the test. I'm going to read these 5 times aloud. I want you to take a brief second, maybe even literally pause this explainer, think it through using our 3-step rule, and guess which ones are the true palindromes. Ready? Here are the times. 10:45, 12:34, 15:51, 21:12, and 7:07. Run the rule in your head and lock in your picks. All right, let's see how you did. 10:45? Nope. Dropping the colon gives us 10:45. Reverse that and you get 5401. Definitely not a match. 12:34? Also a no. But the others? 15:51 works perfectly. Drop the colon, reverse it, it's still 15:51. 2112 works brilliantly backwards and forwards. And 0707 is completely 100% symmetrical. Excellent job if you spotted those three. So, Section 5, why finding them matters. Boosting logical thinking. You might be asking yourself, okay, this is a neat trick, but why does this matter? Well, it matters because of what it actually does for your brain. Finding them is a super fun way to improve your observation skills and logical thinking. We know palindrome times happen every day, but honestly, true palindromes are actually pretty rare in the grand scheme of the thousands of minutes we experience daily. So, making a conscious habit of spotting them, it literally forces you to be present, to pay attention to the little details, and to engage in a quick, daily brain training activity. So, I'm going to leave you with this final challenge. Can you find another palindrome time that wasn't shown in our examples today? Seriously, keep hunting for these secret clock patterns long after this explainer ends. Challenge yourself to catch them as they happen in real time on your microwave, your phone, or your car dashboard. The patterns are out there, you just have to keep your eyes open. Thanks so much for joining me today.